everyone, I have a pretty exciting video for you guys today. Pretty long overdue and I apologize, but it is a review of The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and this will also be a movie review. So here's the dealio. Let me just give you the dealio. I originally was going to do this in two separate videos, a book review and a movie review, because I think you and I both know that I have a tendency to ramble on, and then my videos will end up being like 15 minutes long, which will override the free thing for YouTube, and it can only be 15 minutes, so I'm real new right now. So I just decided to do it in one. I'm going to try and condense it, and I knew that if I did it separately, I would keep talking about the other ones. Like if I just did a book review, I would probably be talking about the movie the whole time. If I was just doing the movie review, I'd probably be talking about the book the whole time. So I'm doing it together. Why does everyone hate this book? Like, Christine from Pullin' Bananas Books hates this. I know so many people who hate it. Why? Why do you hate this? I just posted a little review on Goodreads, because I quite literally finished this about 3 minutes ago. I posted 5 out of 5 stars, freaking 5 out of 5 stars, and then in my comment I wrote 5,000 out of 5 stars. It was so good. I don't know why people don't like it. So something that happened that I'm not happy with myself. On Friday, the movie released, and today is Tuesday, BT dubs. The movie released on Friday. Me and my mom, I make her read young adult books and then we go see the movie together. And we have never once skipped an opening night, and we have also never once not read the book that the movie is about. Oh, my hair is not doing good. But this time we did. We could not, I just couldn't make myself buy it, and then we were just too lazy to read it or, get it on a tablet or something. And then we walked in there, having not read the book. See, we've never seen a movie without reading the book, but we've also never not seen it on opening night, so we had to go see it on opening night, of course, because it looked fantastic. And my mom watched it, she says, "Margaret, we're traders, we haven't even read the sample on our tablet," because we'd both gotten samples on our tablets. So we were early, so we sat on a bench and we read the sample, just because we felt so awful about going to see it without it. The movie was amazing. I'm going to try to stay calm because of how amazing it was. It was so good. I'm not saying it was accurate. So, accuracy scale, that was like a C- or a D+. But it was so good, I don't even care. I don't care that it was accurate or not. Because in the movie, it was one of those movies where, in Hunger Games, you really ought to read the book first, just because, they don't explain everything, you know how Gale mentions that she was like, "How many times is your name in?" And he says 42, and then that's it. People who haven't read the book don't know what that means. Plus, you just get more. This is when I was perfectly fine. I have not read the book, and I knew exactly what was going on until the end, but that's my own fault, because I zoned out for a couple minutes. But, by the way, there's gonna be spoilers in this video, if you haven't picked up on that. But anyway, so the movie was it was the most amazing movie, and if it weren't for The Giver, this would be the best movie of the year. It was absolutely just, the actors were so amazing, and the set was so amazing, and so many lines in there, just little quips that other characters say, just made me feel their pain and feel how they were feeling, which is exactly what a good movie or book does. And so, I just finished the book, like I said, about 5 minutes ago. That was a pretty inaccurate movie. I don't care. I read some comments on some trailers and stuff, and they're like, "No, the casting is so wrong, everybody sucks, it's gonna suck, this sucks," and okay, I thought the casting was quite fantastical. I do kind of want to talk about the casting for a few minutes. So, Dylan O'Brien plays Thomas, and we all know, most people know him from Teen Wolf, but I'm not into that. I just know him from internet and the trailer. And I thought he was a great Thomas. Maybe he didn't look exactly like him, but he's just a regular 16-year-old dude. You can't really go wrong there. There's not that much you can mess up, because I don't think it really describes his appearance all that much, except for one thing that I'm about to address. Chuck, whenever they first meet Chuck in this, or whenever Thomas first meets Chuck, he asked him to like tell him how he looks because Thomas don't have a mirror, so he's like, how do you look? And then Chuck kind of describes him. I think he does say like brown hair or whatever, but Dylan O'Brien has brown hair. He was like brown hair, maybe black. I don't know. This is so off topic. And he was like blah blah blah, and ugly as fried liver on a stick or something like that. I think that's what it said, which is a very inaccurate description of Dylan O'Brien. But, who cares? I mean, if we had an ugly main character, well, that wouldn't be good, would it? So, that was fine. Gally was perfect. He seriously was. He had that kind of tough guy, horrible human look about him. Plus, that actor is just hilarious to me. His eyebrows, y'all, they have a mind of his own. Seriously, them eyebrows, though. But seriously, like, that was a fantastic casting. I already thought, even though I hadn't read the book, I thought it was good for the way that we were introduced to Gally, or for the way that Gally was being personified. I thought his actor was good. And then I read the book, and I still thought he was good. Albie, it doesn't really matter. I don't think we have much of a description of him, except that he's dark-skinned, and he is. And I loved Albie so much more in the movie than in the book, because in the movie, he's nice to Thomas, and he helps him out. But in this, he's just kind of shut up, I'll give you the tour tomorrow. And then in the movie, he's all like, here, come on, I'll help you. And I'm just like, But my favorite character, no, I'm going to do that last. Okay, so Chuck was fantastical and so sweet and adorable, and I cried. In the movie theater, I started to get misty-eyed, and it didn't actually come out, but I was like, I'm watching a tiny, sweet little 12-year-old with chubby cheeks and a lot of curly hair die. Why? Why am I doing this to myself? Kind of thing. But he was so good too. I thought in the book, people didn't really like Chuck just because they thought he was annoying and he talked too much, which I can completely associate with. And then in the movie, Thomas is like BFFLs with Chuck, which is whatever. But my favorite character, it was in the movie and then it was in the book. And I don't know if there was influence on me because of the movie to the book, but my favorite character was Newt. He so was my favorite character. Just stroke. He was absolutely just perfect and amazing and fantastic and sweet and hilarious and nice and swag, if I did mention swag. And here's a little side story. I fell in love with the actor Thomas Sangster. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you saw me come home from The Maze Runner, and I put up a picture of him. It's my phone screensaver, man. Can you see that kinda? Okay, well I posted that picture on Instagram, and I said, so I just saw The Maze Runner, the movie was fantastic, and so was Thomas Sangster. And then I put like little hearty emoticons and all that. It was so intense, man. But seriously though, I loved him and Nanny McPhee, and it was so adorable. Literally, I think we need to address that he's the skinniest thing. Like, he probably weighs less than me. And he's so tall. And he's just so amazing. His accent is just hilarious to me and awesome and perfect. And I thought he was perfect for Newt. I know Newt was being described as kind of like maybe buff or whatever. And I think, Thomas Sangster is the literal antonym of buff. Like, if you look up buff in the dictionary, under the list of antonyms, it says Thomas Sangster. But seriously, I fell absolutely head over heels for him. I did. Then I came home and all my screensavers got changed to that picture. So, yeah. But Newt, I just thought he was such a great character because he has so much to offer. He was such a helper. Like, whenever Albie got stung and he had to kind of take over as the leader, I just thought he did so good at that. I was glad we got to see him as a leader. And see, I love Thomas. I seriously do. He's quite stupid and makes quite unhealthy decisions for himself, I think. Quite often, actually. But he's, for the situation that he's in, he does okay. Something that I noticed, this is just kind of like logic, but it's movie logic, so it doesn't have to be logical because it's movie logic. But, like, whenever Thomas came, he was like, oh my gosh, where am I, blah, blah, blah. Did anyone notice that the only line that Thomas had in the movie pretty much was, what the H is that? We get it, Thomas, you don't know what anything is. Okay, I'm sorry, I love the movie, I promise. But, So whenever he first came up from the box or whatever, the box.